I'm glad you brought the UAP thing up. I hate to interrupt you, but because I think a lot of what we're hearing is nonsense.
Yeah, I mean,
I think a lot of what is being shared, especially publicly, like there's too many voices that I think are either intelligence assets or are disinformation experts that are doing it on purpose. And that there's too much of, the same feeling that I get, like when I said I met my friend's ex-girlfriend, I was like, oh, get out now.
yeah.
I have that feeling about the UAP thing. When I hear people talk, nothing seems real to me.
Yeah.
When I talk to people about it, there's not one, even when people tell me their own personal experiences, I believe them. It does not register as real.
That's so interesting.
Something registers as being nonsense. There's something, maybe not nonsense, but maybe way weirder than what they're explaining it like non-physical interaction that they are reinterpreting as like physical interaction.
Yeah.
That there's some disconnect between their work. Like if someone tells me an experience that they had, like here's a good example. My friend Steve told me a harrowing experience of them being attacked by a brown bear in Alaska. Oof. And when he tells you this story, first of all, I know it's real because I know multiple people who were there. They were all there. No one got hurt. It was very fortunate, but they got charged by a grizzly who ran through their tent. One of my friends was on its back.
Oh my gosh.
For like 10 yards.
Oh,
like it literally
wow.
plowed through the people, and he wound up like riding its back for like 10 yards before he fell off.
Wow.
Yeah. It was just like, it can cover 10 yards in a second,
yeah.
right? And the whole thing was just insane chaos. And the way he describes how your reptilian brain completely takes over. The fear is so overwhelming and different than anything you've ever experienced before. I know it happened.
Yeah.
When he's telling me this, I know it happened.
Yeah.
When these people are telling me about talking to aliens and all that, I'm not getting nothing out of them. I'm not getting nothing. I'm getting a flat piece of paper.
Yeah, there's no fear. There's no
I
charge.
don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. I just don't get anything from their story.
So
I hear it. It's
interesting. Yeah.
interesting. But I don't get anything that lights any bells.
Yeah.
There's no bulbs go off with me.
Huh.
I just sit there and go, wow. Okay, so what were you thinking? And I'm asking them questions,
Yeah.
but I'm not getting nothing.
Yeah, that's
And
interesting.
so that leaves me, because I know that for sure the government has technology that they do not want the general public to be aware of for reasons of national security or whatever it is. Or, money has been pushed through to finance things and they lied to Congress and they have to keep lying. Whatever the reason is, that's real. There's most certainly black ops programs that the general public is not aware of. That's always going to be the case. If you have those, what better way to hide them than in plain sight and with a bunch of people that are air quote whistleblowers that go out and tell everybody about all these experiences. They're not of this earth. And that's what I would do.
Yeah.
If I was the government and I wanted to be super sneaky, I would have a bunch of my like really clever agents go and whistleblow. Tell
Yeah.
some stories.
Yeah.
Talk about people that have been abducted. Talk about all these different things.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, there's real experiences. So I think there is something, because it exists throughout history, just like telepathy exists throughout history and ghosts exist throughout history and religion exists. There's something there.
Yeah.
There's something there that's distorted by our very slippery grasp on truth.
Yes.